Good morning, everyone. Today we're going to be going over newsletters and what to include in them and how to send them out. So I'm super excited about this because this is a really good one that you can use for lead generation as well as nurturing your sphere that you already have, as well as your database. So this will give you something to use to reach out and stay in communication with the people that are already in your database. So let's get started. What I want to do is I'm going to share my screen and show you some newsletter examples in Canva. And if you don't have Canva yet, this is definitely something that you need to start using. They do offer a free, make sure. They do offer a free account. So this is really beneficial for you. I have the paid account because I like a lot of the extra features, but it's super cheap with the paid one. It's like $12 or $14 a month. So up here, if you just type in newsletter, you get all kinds of different types of templates that you can use and make your own. And like I said, these are just templates, so you can change pretty much everything inside of them. Here is one that I just clicked on from the newsletter templates, and you can see, and this one has 2 pages. So you can edit, if you want to do, March newsletter, you can do that. You can change the pictures in here and replace them with all kinds of fun stuff. You can do like your local area. If you have, beach area or something, you can change out literally anything. See, you can change the colors depending on, what your brand is or what you're wanting to look like for each one. You can change them, based on the seasons, different colors, branding for your company, your logos, whatever that may look like. Here is one that we did for our personal team. This one is 5 pages, and we did it more as a magazine type of layout. So this is our January one. And as you can see, we did a little bit about, around town. So this is a really great place for you to include events and stuff that are happening in your town for that month or the next month. And then you can make these actually clickable links as well. You just click link and then you insert, where you want it to go. And this is really cool because it adds a lot of value to people. So you can insert anything that you want to in here. The typical, market stats for your county, for your area. And you can change out all these pictures for, your current listings. When it comes to the stats, I know most people's MLSs, you have to pull the previous month. So these stats would be based off of the previous month. So if this is January, you're pulling December stats. That way they're having the full month. Something really super cool with Canva is you can insert the QR codes and then you make it a link just like we talked about, just replacing where you wanted to go. So this is just our main website for our team account. And what's really neat is Canva used to have just the way that you would just download this and then you would email it. So you can still do that. You can download it as a video file and then it will play through those 5 pages, or you can do something really cool now that they have these different options. And the one that I like is you do a website, and if you keep it in presentation mode, it makes it look like a magazine. So what that looks like is this. So they will get it. It will look just like it does on my screen right now. And they just click through the magazine. Isn't that fun? So something really neat about that is that you can send it that way. Oh, I did something wrong there. You can send it as the magazine to your database. You would only want to do that for you would only want to do that if it was for your people that are already in your database. You wouldn't actually want to do that and send that like on your Facebook page and stuff, because then everybody's going to be able to look at it and they are not giving you their information, right? So a really cool way to overcome that is to have it two different ways. Have it so that you send it to your database, okay? Like the presentation file or an actual website one, and I'll show you that in a minute too. But for the ones that you're trying to use as a lead generation tool, what you can do is create a landing page. Now, a lot of brokerages and stuff offer the landing pages within inside their CRMs. So you probably already know how to do that. But if you don't, and your company doesn't have that sort of function in their CRM, there are a bunch of other websites that you can use to create landing pages. And there are free ones too. And I can't think of one of the free ones right now, but when I think about it, I'll post the link in here. But there is listings to leads is a really cool one because you can set it up for your system. You can set it up and link it to all of your real estate content stuff, your websites. They also give you tons of content that you can use to generate leads. That is a paid program though, and I can't think of the price of it off the top of my head right now. And plus that stuff changes all the time. But I'll put a link in there for that as well, because listings to leads is a very robust system that you can use for lead generation, different stuff like that. But anyways, back to creating the landing page. So it doesn't have to be anything fancy. In fact, you can even use MailChimp. MailChimp has really cool landing pages that you can just create. And a landing page is just a one-page website. And it doesn't have to be fancy at all. It would just be like, hey, do you want to sign up for our newsletter? And then it would just collect their name and their email. You can have phone numbers and stuff that gets really touchy. People are much more likely to give you their name and their email. So that would be a really cool way to generate leads for that. I don't have MailChimp pulled up to show you how to do the landing page, but if that is something that you guys want to do, one of the trainings for landing pages, we can totally do that as well. But the landing page, like I said, is just super basic, one page, and you can do that as an opt-in. Now that website would be the one that you would want to share on your social media accounts, anywhere that you would be trying to generate leads from. Okay, so that could be Facebook, your business pages, your personal page, Instagram. You can add it to your Linktree bio, all of these different places, any place where people would be that are not already in your database, or if they are too, in addition to those people that are already in your database. You wouldn't send that in your regular email CRMs where you already have your CRM and that's your client relationship management software. So I'm not talking about like your Gmail stuff. I'm talking about like your Boomtown, your KV Core, those types of programs. Okay. Those are where you would send people just the newsletter or that presentation file. So I want to show you going back over here. Hold on. I gotta share my screen again. Okay. And can you guys see my screen? Are you able to see when I share these? Okay, so we did the magazine one, and then this would be the standard. Okay. And Athena says Bitly. Yeah, so Bitly is a good one. Okay, thank you. You can see the screen. Okay. So this would be like this is straight from Canva, guys, okay? When I click the link and I changed it from the presentation one, this is the standard because Canva is so freaking awesome. Now you can create websites with them. So this would be like a full website of your newsletter, okay? And then you see all of these links that we created in here, they're all clickable, which is super cool. And then down here where the QR code is, see, that's clickable as well. So that's the full newsletter, full website one, sorry. So now that Canva does allow you to do those websites in there, you could actually make that landing page inside Canva actually, which would be super duper easy because you would just, like I said, just make that one page and you just be like, hey, sign up for our newsletter, and then have, a link to opt in that goes right inside your CRM. And I know that sounds a little advanced and stuff, but honestly, like, it's so freaking easy. So if you need help with those landing pages or how to create them for that lead generation, just holler. Our team is here. We will help you 100%, of course, always. That is our goal. All right, so I'm going to go over here and show you this one. This is a template that we have that we're going to share with you guys. And this one, you guys just fill in, change the information, okay? So you would just put your brokerage name, your company name, your name in general, if that's all you want to market, the dates up here, and you can customize everything in here. And I don't think that we actually have anything in here that's a paid template. So you can just plug and go all your stuff right into here. So you see right here, you would do your market stats. You could do a just sold. And if you're a new agent and you don't have, your own listings, you don't have your own, what am I trying to say? You don't have your listings. You don't have any closed. Thank you. That's what I'm trying to think of. You don't have any of that stuff yet. That's fine. You can use what you have in your brokerage or in your MLS will be just fine. You can put this stuff in there. But you just change out your picture, your name. You can create these links to actually hyperlink over to wherever you want them to go, your websites, your social media accounts. And this will be really good down here where you can add in your community events, okay? So your community events, you definitely want to do. It's huge for you to add that value for your clients and your leads and stuff, because honestly, like, real estate statistics can get really boring and nobody is going to want to look at those all the time. As much as we talk about real estate and people will say, hey, how's the real estate market? That's pretty much it. They're going to get super bored with seeing the same thing every month. But if you put those community events in there with the links for how they can sign up, you're adding that extra value. People love recipes, right? So you can do that. You can add some do-it-yourself tips for around your house. You can do like your quarterly maintenance tips, all of the stuff that you guys are already doing for those social media posts and stuff. You can just take that and add these in here, right? Something else that's really cool is on Facebook, you can log in and you can go and check like the events that are in your area. You can grab those links from Facebook and then hyperlink it into your newsletter so that people can just click and go, and they'll have all of your stuff right there. And then they're going to be more interested in opening up your newsletter every month, right? Because they're gonna be like, oh, like, what local events are going on? What can I take my kids to? Where can I take my dog? They're gonna be looking at that all the time because you're helping them solve the problem. Most people are not into searching for all of that stuff, but if you just throw it right there for them, they're going to be able to do that. Athena says, most people don't understand the real estate language anyways. So true. So when you're doing like your stats or your percent to closed, that sort of stuff, they just kind of like gloss over and they'll look at it and then they'll just keep on moving. Right? So if you add the fun stuff in there, like the events, what's happening, locally or the next town over, if you live in the middle of nowhere, there's always some places right around there. Obviously around the holidays and stuff, there's a lot more stuff that you can do for the events and stuff. Something else that's really beneficial too is if you're doing something specific, in the community. So if you're, going to attend a blood drive like Jen did the other day, right? So if you're like, hey, I'm going to go over, next month, is the blood drive. I would love to see you guys there. You put that in your newsletter, right? So that way you're getting them involved in it. They want to feel a part of it. So let's jump back over to this template, right? Okay, so I'm going to share this template with you guys. Let me see if I can go ahead and grab this template link for you and drop it in here now. No, I cannot, but I will drop it in later for you guys. But I'll share that with you, and then you'll have it, and you'll be able to edit it, you can save it, and then you have access to it all the time. But again, like if you do not have just sold or just listed, it's fine. You guys use other people's. Somebody else has stuff for you to be able to use. Okay. And if you don't want to use the stuff from the MLS, you want to use somebody like, just reach out and ask. Most people are pretty awesome about letting you share their stuff because they want you to sell their listings. And the MLS, you can just be like, pick your top houses that have sold, like your favorite houses. And that will be really fun because people like to see those ones. Typically, they like to see ones that are, out of their price points and are super fabulous. So I would try to keep your newsletters a little less real estate and a little more fun. Okay. So, back to the example of our one that we did that's more like a magazine and stuff. This one is really cool because see, like we have the how to prepare for freezing cold winter temperatures. This is really good because it's adding all that value and it's not just real estate stuff, okay? You can do so many different fun stuff. And there's tons of, free resources that you can do. I mean, you could link to Pinterest articles. You could link to Better Homes and Gardens, magazine links they have for, do-it-yourself stuff. So there's tons of things that you can do in your newsletter. But remember, twofold things here. One, you want to send this out at least once a month to your current database. Two, use this as a fantastic resource to lead generate. Everybody who comes in requesting access to our Facebook group, I would say 80% of people comment lead generation as one of their things that they're struggling with in their business, right? So use this. This is super free for you guys. It's not costing you anything. You can use the content online. It's right there for you. It's literally like copy paste. And you can use that to generate leads. Okay. So maybe you don't have a huge following on your social media accounts, right? Well, guess what? Use those Facebook groups, those yard sale sites and everything. Make sure you're following the rules about posting in them. But you can share the lead generation, the Bitly link or your Canva link, okay? You can use those links in there in those Facebook yard sale groups or, the local groups and be like, hey, I'd love to have you join our newsletter and check out all the local events. Or, if you're doing a contest, you can put that in your newsletter and you can advertise that. Hey, if you want some tips to get through the winter time, grab our newsletter, sign up here and drop the link, right? Free lead generation ideas. You can always, if you do want to do paid stuff, you can post, the opt-in link for your newsletter and you can do a boosted post. You can do Facebook ads to it. But honestly, if you're just getting started, do the free stuff. It doesn't hurt. And if you have it set up correctly with those landing pages, it should go right into your CRM. So then you'll get a notification and say, oh, Mary Smith just signed up for my newsletter and now is in my database. So then you can, reach out to them and say, hey, thank you so much for joining my newsletter. If there's ever anything that I can do, just please let me know, right? Now, most of them probably didn't give you their phone number. So that might be a good time to be like, hey, just, checking in. And try to build that relationship so that you could get their phone number, right? And see what you can offer them, what you can, bring a value to them. Remember, you need to give everybody value in order to have them look to you when they want real estate advice, when they want to refer somebody to you. You have to give them the value up front, and so that they know that that's not all you're about. Especially if them buying a home at that time is not something that they're focused on, they're just going to want to hang around because they want those value pieces until the time is right for them to buy a home or somebody they know, right? Or sell. So this is a great time for you to add that value, with those recipes, and the local events are really the big thing there. So again, I'm going to share the template for this one because I really think that this will be, well, I don't think I shared it with you. I think that this will be the easiest one for you guys to plug and play. And I think that it'll be the easiest for you to change everything around and keep it simple. But of course, you can always add another page on here, and you could add an about section, you can add your recipe, you can really do anything you want. And then, if that's not what you want to do, you can always just pick any sort of template. You can do a one-page one if you want. All of these ones right here in Canva are, great. And then you can change them all around if you don't like some of the stuff is, like these are teacher ones and stuff. But if you like the layout of this, you could just change it towards real estate. And these ones that say they're, real estate are more of like a real estate flyer for homes that you have listed and stuff. But there's some really good ones in here. And then if you want something different than the template that we're going to share, that's fine too. But that's it. So this is a really easy thing for you guys to do, and I hope that it helps. I'll share that template in the group. I don't know why I can't share it on here right now, but I'll share it in the group for you guys to have access to that. If there's anything you have questions about, just go ahead and post this in comment on this live and do hashtag replay so that I know that you're coming back to it. And then that way I can make sure that I check everybody's comments and answer any questions. And also if I can provide any other help to you guys, I'm always here and our team is awesome. Thanks, Jen. And we're all here. We'll help you anytime you need it. So just let us know. If you have any questions about that, if you guys feel that you struggle with the landing pages and stuff, maybe that'll be our next training. I'll do a poll and see, if you guys want to do that or you want to do something different. And I think that we should also have a conversation really soon about CRMs, because I think a lot of this lead generation stuff links right back to the CRMs. I want to make sure that you guys have that set up and that that's functioning properly as well. All right. So you guys go sell some houses, and I'll see you guys live Tuesday for the podcast. Bye, friends.